Have you ever wondered what our streets would look like if they represented the many experiences and abilities from our diverse world population? It turns out that this is actually possible when we implement principles of universal design. There are 7 principles in total, which include equitable use, flexibility in use, simple and intuitive use, perceptible information, tolerance for error, low physical effort, and size and space for approach and use. There's many different ways in which we can apply each of these principles to our transportation infrastructure. For example, with equitable use, the design is useful to people with diverse abilities. This means transportation infrastructure that is accessible to as many people as possible. With flexibility in use, the design accommodates a wide range of individual preferences and abilities. For example, curb ramps allow wheelchair users to access an elevated sidewalk more easily, while also benefiting micromobility users, pedestrians with strollers, and many more. With simple and intuitive use, the use of the design is easy to understand regardless of the user's experience, knowledge, language skills, or current concentration level. For example, pedestrian signals that use symbols and can be easily understood across the world. With perceptible information, the design communicates necessary information effectively to the user regardless of ambient conditions or the user's sensory abilities. One example of this are pedestrian push buttons with tactile arrows and audio signals. With tolerance for error, the design minimizes hazards and the adverse consequences of accidental or unintended actions. One example of this are warning tactile indicators along train platforms. With low physical effort, the design can be used efficiently and comfortably and with a minimum of fatigue. One example of this are buses that lower themselves. And with size and space for approach and use, appropriate size and space is provided for approach, reach, manipulation, and use regardless of user's body size, posture, or mobility. One example of this would be increasing sidewalk widths. If we implement each of the 7 principles of universal design to our transportation infrastructure, we will be able to engineer a better world for all.